Okay, so this is 18th Feb and let's go with the Leetcode daily challenge. Okay, so we've got 2, 3, 7, 5. Construct smallest number from DI string. Now, what's a DI string is? We are given a zero indexed string pattern of n length consisting of in characters I meaning increasing and D means decreasing. Okay, decreasing increasing string. So from this n length string, we need to create a n plus 1 length string where, okay, num consists of digits from 1 to 9. Okay, we have to take the characters 1 to 9 in consideration. So if pattern I is I, then num I plus 1 must be greater than num I. Means the next character should be greater than the current character. And if it is D, then the next character should be smaller than the current character. And we have to return the lexicographically smallest string num that meets the conditions. Okay, see, yeah. So in this example, if we see I, D, 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 fine. So it's simple that if I is there, the next must be greater, right? So we will just write 1 initially and 2, 3. Yeah, up to now is fine. But now next is D. So we can't use 2 now, right? Because up now after this, if fourth character is D, see 1, 2, 3. Why didn't we use 4 here for the next character? Why did we use 5? That is the main problem here. We used 5 because next is D and next on the next iteration the character will be decreased. So if we inserted 4 here, then after decreasing what can we insert? We have already used 1, we have used 2, we have used 3, we have used 4. There is nothing smaller than 4 which we can use. So we used here 5. Okay. So that if the next is D, we can use a 4 here because 4 is unused up to now. Right? All conditions are satisfied. Now the next is 9. Again the same thing. If we use 6 here after 5, the next available smallest is 6. But after that 3 D's are there. So 3 characters must be there for the current character which are smaller than it and which are not used. So we use 9. So smaller than 9 there are 3 characters exactly which have not been used, and they are smaller than that are 8, 7, 6, and that's why we use 9 here. So basically backtracking can be used here to find the valid smallest number at the present index. If we take a number for the present index and go forward with it, but at some point we fail, then it will go back around and it will take the next bigger index, then it will solve according to it. That's how it can be done. But we can have a better idea than that other than backtracking, and that actually if the length is only 1 to 8, that gives us a really good advantage. Like we can do this in a real better space and time complexity. Well, yeah, I have this idea. See, why don't we do one thing? Um, we take the we take an ordered map, okay, and initially just input all the available characters which we can use, which are from 1 to 9, okay, and every time from this map, whichever is the smallest uh, character there which we can use, which is unused, if we use something from this map, we will remove it. Like if we used 1 from it, we will just remove it. Okay, and next time we have to use a character, we will choose whatever is the smallest from this map, whatever is smallest, which is smaller 2, we will use 2 now. Doesn't matter if it is I or if it is D, we will just pick up the smallest one. Now after picking the smallest one, we will check, we will now check that if the conditions are met or not. Like let's say it was I and D. Okay, perfect. Or let's say for a better example, let's say let's take an example from there only. What's okay, D D D. So D D D. Okay, so these three D's are there, and what we need to do is initially we will insert, if the initial value is, yeah, if the initial value is I, we will insert 1, but if the initial value is D, we will insert 2. Because the next should be smaller than that, that's why, just no other thing. So we will insert the 2 in the answer and remove 2 from the map. Fine. Now we go into the pattern, and from the first element we will start. Okay. For every character, we will just insert the smallest possible. What is the smallest available for this 0 index? What is the smallest available character in the map? 1 is the smallest character because 2 has been used. So 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are available. So we will use just 1 here. Now we will check, is the condition satisfied up to this index only, up to 0th index only. Okay, so we will basically check this. How we will check this? If what is the pattern I? Pattern I is D. So what does that mean? That answer I must be greater than answer I plus 1. Answer 0 must be greater than answer 0 plus 1. Yeah, it is. So true. We will move forward. We will go to first index now, this index. Now for this index, what is the smallest available character to us? That is 3. 1 and 2 can be used. So 3 is the smallest. So 3 will be used here. Now for the first index, I is equal to 1, we will check that what is pattern I. It is D. So answer I must be greater than answer I plus 1. But is it? 1 is not greater than 3. So if it is not, then we will just swap those values, right? So we will just swap those values. Fine. And that will be a loop basically, which will be running from 1 to backwards greater or equal to 0. Okay. Now I is equal to 1 is done. Now we will go to I is equal to 0 because it will be moving forward that loop, right? So now it will check with 2. The character is D and 2 is not greater than 3. This value must be greater than the second value, right? So we will again swap those, and our loop has also ended. So this is our valid string for DD. Now the next is also a D, so we will put what is the smallest available, 4. Again we will run a loop 3 times. D is equal to 2, D is equal to, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 1, and I is equal to 0. And we will check if the conditions are fine, then we will move forward. If not, then we will swap. Okay. Firstly, this, the value is D, but answer I is not greater than answer I plus 1. So we'll swap those. So 3, 2, 4, 1 it will be. Again it's a D. We will again swap 3, 4, 2, 1. Okay, and again it's a D, and this value is incorrect. So 4, 3, 2, 1. This will be the final answer for us, and yes, it is. So that's, I guess, the simplest approach possible for this question. Once I write the code, it will be more clear to you guys like how this is working. So let's just do this and map and basically char, yeah, char. For int I1 to I less or equal to 9 I plus plus, what we will do is we will store inside it mpi is equal to basically I plus, to make it a string we'll do this. Perfect. Now we will carry out the, we will variable the first character. So if pattern 0 is I, then answer plus is equal to 1, and we will erase what? 1. We'll erase the 1 from here. Same, or we can just use else. Is either I or is either D. Okay, so we will insert 2 and we will remove 2 here. Now for the rest of the string we will start this way. Yeah, perfect. So we will pick up whatever is the smallest possible. So it is a map, so it is already in the sorted order. Okay, so it will be mp dot we can say begin. The character is second, and answer will be added with this character, and it will be removed from map. So mp dot erase, it will be mp dot begin. So first, yeah, that will be fine. Okay, now after inserting this character in the answer we will check if it's fine or not. If it's not, then we'll swap for the number of times, I number of times, right? I plus 1 number of times. If it is 0, then 1 time the loop will be. So we can call a function basically which will be checking this, that in the answer up to the ith index, is it according to the pattern or not? Is that fine or not? If not, it will just swap. Okay, so this will be a void function, check, and it will be string and answer and I and string and pattern. Perfect. So for, and let's say j is equal to I to j is less or equal, j is greater or equal to 0 tak chalegi loop, and j will be minus minus. And what we will do now is we will check if pattern I is equal to d and answer I is less than answer I plus 1, means that's the wrong condition, correct or not? It will be j actually. J, the current condition is wrong according to d, right? So either this or this. So it's I or yeah, and this condition is wrong according to that. That's a pattern j basically. Yeah, if any of the condition are true, means the, means it's a wrong sequence according to what character we have there. So we will just swap those. That will be answer j and answer j plus 1. That's all we do, right? And we will just return the answer. I think that should be perfectly fine. Yeah. Okay, we have okay. Okay, so what we did here is up to, okay, we took the character, we added to answer, we removed it. Okay, okay, if it's I, pattern I is I, so pattern j is I, then it must be, then must be that answer j is greater. Yeah, that's the wrong condition, correct? Okay, or if it's d, then as answer j is less than answer j plus 1. Okay, I think yeah, what's wrong there then? Ji2 greater than 0. Fine, fine, fine. Let's see where it can be a mistake. So, so the problem happening here is that this is fine. Okay, so it's not reaching the first character. Hmm. We added 1 here. If it's a D, we added 2 here. Okay. It should not be. It should not be 1. It should be 2. Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, sorry. My mistake. Well, I guess it'll be fine now. Yeah. Okay, that was a silly mistake. I should not do. Well, let's try to submit it now. And that's perfectly fine. 100% time complexity and best one. Fine. So I guess this is the simplest way we can do this. We can do this with backtracking also, but that will be like obviously if there's some other way than backtracking, and that's much more having a better time complexity as compared to the backtracking solution. So I will always go forward with this, and this is it for today.